So it's your time. No, you better not be getting on my altar. I know you ain't about to get on. The ancestors didn't ask for you. Hey. Real quick, the other thing, because I'm not about to do this with him today. But it's your time for somebody else. It is your time to shine. Shine. Do not dim your light. A lot of us have been dimming lights because you're so concerned about how others may perceive it. But understand and understand this truth. Somebody needs what you got. I'm going to do it like that. Just so we clear. Just so all minds and hearts are clear. Somebody needs what you have. Okay? Your life is a guide book to someone else. The other thing, who hurt you when you was little? Somebody didn't love you enough when you was little. Because the Debbie Down and negative Nancy and ass energies that have been coming around you, or that you may be displacing and projecting onto others, because that's what we're talking about. My last post was about displacing and projecting energies. Because why? Who hurt you when you was little? Somebody didn't love you enough. And it's real. Like, I say that joking, but that's a real thing. Being as old as some of us are is like learning how to heal aspects of who you were as a child. That's why inner child work is so important. Okay? So let's not disregard that, because that's why you have 30, 40, 50, even 60-year-old men and women acting like childish ass children. I'm just a messenger. But that's why. Because you're so set in the conditioning and the programming that you were brought up in. A lot of you don't even recognize that you're the problem. You know the saying, it's not you, it's me. No. It's not me, it's you. Okay? And we're not going to pretend. Okay? We're not going to do that. Let's not. So when we know better, we do better. And as I said, people ask me all the time, like people who know me, people who know who I was, the person that they experienced in my past, even recent past, has to understand that I'm very, very, very aware. A lot of us were very aware that the one thing that is consistent and constant is change. So for me personally, I do not believe there is a wrong and a right. I do not, in all things duality, okay? In all things there must be balance. So there is no wrong or right way of doing anything. I feel like people don't change for the worse. I feel like people just remain stagnant where they are. They get comfortable. They get complacent. And, they allow fear and doubt to consume them. So instead of allowing themselves to be open to expansion, growth, and elevation, they'll sit and be vexed with where they're at, stuck. But in order to not be, or even be slightly aware that there needs to be change, you have to be honest with yourself. And that's what happened. I had to be honest with myself. It was shit I did not like about the way I thought about certain things. And I've never been a hater. My mom always raised us to not ever be jealous of others, because you don't know what people go through. You don't know what people went through, and you don't know what people will have to go through to get, to maintain, and to keep what they got, or to have what they'll get. And so for me, jealousy and insecurity has never been an issue. Now, when you start showing up in an energy where you're making me feel inadequate and I'm not trusting the red flags, then that's on me. Shame on me for not trusting in my intuition. But I had to learn how to sit with those things that triggered me, because a trigger is nothing more than Your ego saying, I need attention to this. Why do I need attention to this? Why does that bother me so bad? And so for me, I had to learn how to, especially with social media, especially with technology and media being what it is today versus, I'm an 80s baby, versus like we ushered this in. So to go from one dynamic to another, we had to change. We had to adapt to the environment. It's the same concept, but you have to be honest with yourself about these changes. You have to be open and willing to be like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, why do I think that way? Oh, that's fucked up. Why do I feel that way? Especially if it's a situation in which it's not necessarily causing you any hurt or harm, but you don't like what you're seeing. You don't like what you're hearing. You don't like what you're reading. You don't like the way something looks. Real talk, right down to looks. And for me, I had to be honest with myself. Like, what about me needed that attention? Was it because I wasn't feeling recognized? Was it because I wasn't feeling valued? Was it because I wasn't feeling my worth at that time? Probably all of the above. And I'm just being honest. It is what it is. But that never caused me to displace or project low vibrational energies onto anyone. Because the heart that I have allows me to be compassionate enough to not do that to someone because I may be feeling some type of way. So what did I do? I had to go sit with myself. And that's why a lot of you are stuck. Like, let's not play these games. A lot of you are stuck because you don't know how to sit with yourself. And you wake up every day and you do shit that you think makes you feel like da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, it's still the end of the day. Yes, indeed, it is. But you also still sitting with that same shit, ain't you? I know. Been there, done that. Got a book. I got jackets. Join the club. But real talk. Nobody wants, especially people that you say you care for, especially it's always family and friends that get the short end of the stick when it comes to people displacing and projecting their insecurities and inadequacies upon others. That is a subset of ego, fears, jealousies, envies. Like, why? And a lot of times it be people who have so much more than who you're displacing and projecting upon. Make that shit make sense. Okay, let us see it. Stop. That's all I'm going to say. Stop. Because we know better. So what? We do better. Or not. Because guess what? That's what the fuck karma is for. That bitch is not a bitch. She is straight mathematics. Mathematical fucking prodigy genius at that. So do what you do. Or not. But you will definitely see that boomerang effect. And it's going to keep boomeranging. It is true that we repeat what we don't repair. You will meet the same people over and over, showing up until you learn the lesson as to why you're allowing this to happen. So whether it's relationship, work, whatever the situation is, you will continue to come into that same energy until you recognize, honor yourself by keeping an open mind to embrace the lesson here. Be humble with that shit too. I'm learning so much about how to keep cool because I'm impatient with myself. I have tolerance, but I'm also very frank, blunt, and I will read you your motherfucking rights. But that's why I stay in my lane and mind my business. So I don't have to hurt people's feelings. And so people don't feel no type of way when I'm speaking. People want truth until it's time to get truth. And now I'm a bitch. Or now I'm mean. But when it comes down to it, you weren't ready for something you thought you was. You couldn't handle it the first time. What makes you think you're going to handle it now? Have a great day.